Well, now we're going to talk about persuasive speeches and the different types of speeches. Remember, with the informative speeches, we had the four types: object speeches, process/how-to speeches, event speeches, and we had concept speeches. Well, when it comes to persuasive speeches, there are three types: questions of fact, questions of value, and questions of policy. And I want to walk through each one of those because here's how it's going to go. You're going to pick a topic for giving your speech. You probably already have. And then you're going to say, so what type of speech is that? Was it a question of fact, a question of values, or a question of policy? And then that will then give you guidelines on how you're going to organize and approach that speech. So let me cover each one of those types. And of course, the textbook does it as well. You can watch speech examples of each type, but let me walk through this. First of all is questions of fact. And this is where we are going to persuade an audience that an assertion is either true or false. So your job as the presenter is to do research, marshal the facts, and present them to the audience that will prove to them that X is true, or X did happen, or X didn't happen. And so it's the force of the facts and the strength of the arguments that make the day. Examples would be, did we go to the moon in 1969? Yes, we did, or no, we didn't. Does Bigfoot exist? I've still not heard a speech on Bigfoot. I had one, and then the gentleman disappeared from the class. I never heard from him again, and he never presented that speech. So I'd love to hear a speech on Bigfoot. Have aliens come to our planet? Yes or no? And notice these are kind of these conspiracy speeches. For example, was the CIA or the mafia or the Russians or the Cubans involved with Lee Harvey Oswald in the assassination of President John F. Kennedy? And so you would have to, make a point, give us facts, do research of why something is true or not true. And this one's pretty straightforward. A lot of people do the speech of facts, the questions of facts, that they just pick a topic, then they're going to prove it one way or another. And the way these are normally organized is in terms of the topical form, which we did with many of the informative speeches. You're going to tell us three things about the Statue of Liberty, but here you're going to give us three reasons why something is true or not true. Lots of facts, lots of research to back up your point of view. So, for example, your 3 points might be on the Bigfoot. Number one is eyewitnesses. You're going to tell us about eyewitnesses that have seen Bigfoot. Your second point is going to be that, you probably heard the dog in the background there, but anyway, physical evidence, hair, footprints, etc. And then number three, the sounds that people have heard and recorded. For the moon, going to the moon, your fact might be number one, eyewitnesses who worked on the project and the astronauts themselves. Number two, other countries have never been able to make a case that says it's not true, and they would probably have done that by this time. And then number three, there are these reflective plates that somebody put on the moon that we can shoot back. You can shoot a laser to the moon, and it bounces back, kind of proving that somebody was there to put those plates there. So questions of fact is one type of speech.